No need to look at the side view mirror, just make the turn. When looking cool is more important than not crashing into the car up front. You never know when an astray Kia will smack into your car. And that's all you need to know about sudden turns on the highway. This man realized just how powerful and unstoppable a loaded truck really is. When a car-van-bike fusion goes wrong in the middle of the road. Don't pay attention to the people crossing the street. The main star of this video is the truck waiting for them behind the camera. He probably got tired of waiting, so he did this to the cars. If someone can tell us where that wheel came from and how it got under that car, we'd forever be grateful, because that would explain a lot. This lady bought herself a brand new car. It's red and really fast, but she still hasn't gotten the hang of that stick-shift transmission, which is the main reason this restaurant has a red car in the middle of it. Because every car needs to be squeaky clean from both the inside and the outside. Who cares that there are pools of water where your feet should be? When you finally figure out what is the difference between an ATV and an ordinary vehicle, someone call a towing service before that car goes downstream. Meh, who needs a parking brake when you're meeting up with your BFFs from college? The car will still be there when you come back. It's not as if someone will take it. The company made a jumping car, but for some reason, other drivers really hate this car. We still don't know why.
Jesus Christ!
This is what you get when you try to turn where you're not supposed to. He thought he'd save a few minutes, but he lost more than a few dollars. Hey man, if you're going to rent a car, get a map of the old part of town. You might get lost. What? I've been riding cars all across Europe. I know exactly what I'm doing. A few moments later, if you're driving down the road and a truck on the opposite side spills rocks right in front of you, what do? Now imagine if those concrete blocks fell on top of the car. Is it just us, or are these guys staying dangerously close to the train tracks? Let's just hope there's no incoming train that will… Darn! There goes the bike! Hey, you know what? It's not that bad. You can still use it as a boomerang. No matter what anyone tells you, that right there is the portal of Hogwarts. The only problem is, you have to drive really fast for it to work. Here, this guy will show you. Well, if you thought the guy coming down the straight stairs was crazy, take a peek at this dude. We're not wondering how he managed to get down the spiral staircase, we're wondering how he got the car there. Everything seemed okay until the moment when the tram rammed into the truck's hood. Maybe the entire tram was in the person's blind spot. His left eye is blind. We don't know where this is, but we think the cops will be doing all drivers in this area a favor if they suspended this guy's driving license. It was an empty parking lot, and he did this. How do you get to the breakdown lane when your car breaks down in the middle of the highway? Now let's all smash that like button for this genius mechanic who simply tried to fix the car. Pause the video, we've already seen what would happen, but what will the guy inside that car do? Go on, take a guess. For some reason, this truck driver is pissed off with traffic lights, especially those that are right on the side of the road as you're turning. He sure took care of this one. When you don't have the cash to pay the fine, but you need to get home really badly, so you try to do whatever it takes to get back home, even if it means driving like this. Okay, this is something you see in Hollywood movies. Did that guy seriously try to run over a cop? And yeah, why were they calmly waiting for the light to turn green if the cops were on their tail? The mechanic told her you're going to slowly position the car over the hole. Make sure that each of the wheels is on either side of the well. But while he was saying that, this happened. The truck was like, "I heard you wanted to see what a giant bale of hay looks like up close. Here you go, man." This car startled the driver, and instead of turning, he just continued straight ahead. And just like that, he totaled the car. Have you seen that video where the guy throws a piece of paper out the window and another guy throws it back in? Well, this is where that meme originated from. Don't mess with Russians and their trash. Okay, everyone say it with us. If you ever see a train coming down the tracks, the only smart thing to do is hit on the gas. Don't you dare do what these guys did. This is how lives are lost. That's how you take a small part of the road and turn it into the Sahara. But why did the left side of that truck collapse and didn't come up? Here's a demonstration of what we actually mean. But again, you should never run from the cops and do this. We meant in case of an accident. This is just restless, but we bet they still haven't caught him. Drifting on the snow looks really cool until this happens. Good luck trying to explain to the insurance company why there's a lamppost-shaped dent in the hood of your car. When you buy a new fridge and they tell you that delivery will cost an additional $100. You tell them where to shove it, you pick up the fridge, load it on the back seat of your car, and you go home. This is why we love Karma. As soon as you try being a cool guy who thinks he's above the law, Karma is there to remind you that there is a cop car on every turn. Literally. Okay, if someone knows how roundabouts work, can you please explain it to these people because we don't think they're getting it. But then again, it could be that quote-unquote innovative new design. Okay, there are dumb drivers out there, and then there's this guy. He saw the cop regulating the busy intersection, and he still tried to cut in front of him. Well, that's what you get. From that fateful day forward, this man has been afraid of desk jobs like never before. He still has a feeling that some car will come crashing through the front door. The nightmares won't end. This quad bike legend was stopped by the cops and he pretended to pull over but then stepped on the gas and said, "So long, suckers!" The cops caught up to him and then he just turned the other way, in the middle of the highway, and drove off. We wonder if the cops ever caught him. We know they let you take the shopping cart to the parking lot to load your groceries, but we didn't know some supermarkets even let you drive home with the shopping cart if you have a bike. The driver was like, "I heard you needed this marble really quickly, so I came as fast as I could. Where should I unload it for? You know what? Let me try something out." Now, if there were no security cameras here, how would you explain what happened here? How do you explain a car riding on top of a rock? Not in a million years did this driver think there would be a truck ramming into the hood of his car that day, but it happened. You know, someone invented the parking brake for a reason, and that reason is so your car doesn't ram into other cars while you're out with your friends drinking. The elderly gentleman is looking at that lady like she is crazy for a reason. Instead of waiting for the green light, she crossed the street on red. This is why we need to have police officers. Oh, wrong traffic light. This has got to be the most determined driver in the entire world. He could see the car wouldn't fit, but this is what happens when you don't take no for an answer. The driver next to you will need a new paint job. For some reason, this car crash seems a little romantic to us, don't you think? It seems as though they choreographed it well in advance. Wait a second. You mean to tell us this dude had the courage to run away from the cops while riding a loaded truck? You won't get far, dude. Thanks for watching, guys.